How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Talia.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't we, boy? Clive!
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you and though I doubt it's what you were expecting.
A star, Rube, is worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find your...
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out, I charge anyway. Why are you the one here? A bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debt.
Something like that.
Same as always. Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Command, probably knew that without his strong arm and level, Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the... And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the...
His death was hard on everyone.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. I reckon what he saw, and don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and that, and you keep good...
Good girl. It's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal? Enough! Now... will it be enough? I say that answers, which means we owe the lawsman us. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? You think Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you got your appetite back?
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, now we know what you're after. I can see it.
Speaking of which, I brought one.
You can, aye. And in return, you can thank Tomes for me.
I was just on my way.
Ah, Clark, were you able to look?
We were indeed, lawsman. You pointed us...
Very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way.
Ah. But that reminds, do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in talk?
About how she somehow...
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. The Fenrir of legend, and while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the record...
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, in short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I, and that number has only grown. As the realms, one can but speculate as to how...
He has seemed more...
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still.
time to fight. Your Majesty. Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash. I should probably have brought a bucket. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more. That should do it.
There's talk. Glass gate flood. How the hell is anyone supposed to...
Did you hear? The gates to heaven.
I want to see.
What am I going to do without sweet water and oil of talc?
Milady.
Gifts? Oh my.
Otto are to settle the hideaway's dead with the and...
I thought you might fine it. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. The man owes me nothing. My contribution to the restoration effort was...
You once told me, Sid, did you? I'd like to do the same. And for Otto's. For all of us.
Otto is lucky to... I doubt anything could ever replace his son.
Otto had a son.
Long ago. Yes. And blamed himself for not being able to... I don't know how it happened. Whether there was anything he could have done.
I didn't know.
How could you have? Besides Sid, I've never met an ill habit. Given that both of...
Go will want to know the stones were delivered.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Good. So Lady Karen accept...
But she was just too stubborn. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me...
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as...
I think Mid might need some help.
right there, Sid? How's that hump?
I have it here.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it. You're a gent, Sid. Right then. Telemon Malim.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burn.
There's no need. The good it will do.
Don't be silly. Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours?
What?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our tech. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the hideaway a few gil. Ah, I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag...
Well...
That's the spirit.
Clive. Oh. You off then?
I don't know where Sid gets the energy.
Lady Carrot Goat tells me you won. Would you prefer the debt was repaid?
What debt? I don't recall. I may have tossed a talent, but those were donations. And you can hardly...
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper.
Oh, say fine. But I'm selling it and taking... Where'd you even get this? A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw in... Might be I already have a buyer. It might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty... You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all.
I hear you ended up delivering all three. Thanks to this luck, I sometimes wonder.
Speaking of which,
Oh! So you remember what's owed to you?
I've seen that.
Yeah. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit...
I knew so little.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories. How long did you know Sid?
Before he died. Back in the day, I was a purser on a train. He bought passage to... forget what. We set up drinking Island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to quit my post not long after that. But me and Sid stayed close. Promise. That was... before the magic woke inside my son soon after. And there was no hide.
Couldn't you and your...
My family wanted the monster. I couldn't turn my back on him, and I couldn't for the life. Luckily, it was him who stood beside me when... Him who cried for me. Him who's... And he was true to his word, too. Left it, threw away everything he had. I knew then. was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Mib told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
I don't know where Sid gets the energy.
Blackthorn.
Not really, no.
This won't take... I just wanted to ask how you might still be doubting your craft. Even up, perhaps sharing it.
That bastard. Still, he's got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well...
And that was?
A sword. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home.
So that's what's troubling you.
No. Not troubling me exactly. More...
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better...
That's about the size of it.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome, and we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that, but I can't say I'm not grateful for it.
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this. You're looking well.
What do you want? Ow.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn.
Running around after him again?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help.
Little wondrous. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight, which made it nicer.
Can you tell me who bought it?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go. Fine. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. And he's got more money than sense, which is what? Reckon he'll still be at the inn.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh.
I appreciate the... People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
The St. Drake's Fang is gone. The whole Mother Crystal gone. What are we gonna do?
My reputation will be ruined! Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac.
Pardon the intrusion.
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of...
Radim! Get rid of the filthy...
Very good, Lord Ig. Would you mind stepping outside?
I'm sorry if I've caught...
That? No. That's just how his lordship is. Though he's been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away...
I don't suppose a single-edged sword.
Ah,
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage.
You have but to state it.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac.
A condition I would be a fool to...
I don't suppose you saw the...
I did not, no. Those every ill-gotten coin in Dalamel is said to...
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell.
Got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalamil.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I...
Wyvern.
For me? Well, what Redeem here tells...
A few moments.
You're a bit...
Master Wyvern was wondering...
Oh, Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that. It was made and is used They believe no combat should ever... Each sword is made for that one perfect... There's a brute...
But how do they house...
Why, they use wet stones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the... But it is the finals, a mineral, and that... Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is... Take this, the very stone of which I... and a farm.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship.
So I am locked in bitter competition whether I am one step ahead of the
There are many...
Too many to count, but only one do I and is a
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern, may up. Radim, we mustn't do...
I think his lordship is rather taken with... Coming, my lordship.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such... Now, let's see what... Sorry for that. Hopefully
You learned something up.
I did bet. Yes.
wonder I couldn't get the same one hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all... Good luck on the battlefield. You're second up.
Even so, is there...
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the rake, but there'd be no replacing this little rock. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it. If that swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly. Nah. No point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Just imagine it. Good Valesthian steel. I won't make a copy, nah.
I'm sure the curse break... Just...
I've been working day and night since I was half your age. Hey, I owe you one. August 2.
You'll be happy to hear.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. You come and find me when you've...
Right.
Clive. What's that for you, dear? No scratches, all right? That it? Fine.